Hi everyone, I'm Amy Lishman, Head of Member Engagement at Brighton Chamber, and I'm here today with Jody Raynsford, founder at Hello Genius, a Chamber member. Hi Jody.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the business?
So I'm Jody Raynsford. I'm founder of an agency called Hello Genius. We are a marketing agency that focuses on predominantly things like belonging, connection, community, and we develop strategy and run campaigns for brands that want to connect to their fans and their followers better.
How has the Chamber helped your business?
When I joined the Chamber in the first place, it was just me. And so the initial reasons for joining were, one, to have somewhere I could actually go out, network, meet people, but also I thought about it in terms of getting the name of the business out there and actually driving some business. But having been in the Chamber now for several years, it's become so much more than that. Actually things like when it comes to growing my team, when it comes to growing like the list of suppliers we use, freelancers, contractors, meeting people like that. And some of the training events as well, like the huge amount of knowledge that the people who are within the Chamber have been able to sort of tap into that in a way that may not have done before. So it's helped so many different parts of the business and helped grow the business as well.
Can you tell me a little bit about maybe a time or some connections that you've made through the Chamber that have been really valuable to you?
So the biggest event that I did through the Chamber was when you kindly invited me to do a talk at Brighton Summit on how to start a cult. And so I'd never been to the summit before, and I hadn't quite realised it was the big event that it was with that many people. So fortunately I prepared for it well, and I had an amazing time there. It was a workshop, so there was a huge amount of audience participation required. The crowd that I was working with, absolutely brilliant. Really open to it, really sort of joined in, and as a result of that specific talk, I've made some incredible connections. I've won new business, worked with people and developing cult brands. And so that I think on its own, just being in that entire environment was incredible, and something that I just it's one of the most valuable aspects of being part of the Chamber for that.
Speaking of events, are there any kind of standout memories you have from a Chamber event you've attended?
My favourite Chamber event was a networking breakfast, and it was the one presented by Sam Knowles. It was very personal. He talked about his own experiences. He's like an amazing storyteller. But then sort of linking it back to data and how to use that. It was one of those ones that you found it incredibly entertaining, and you learnt a lot from it as well. And it was just it was so good that you kind of forgot to eat your breakfast and you forgot you were networking. It was just one of those perfect talks. But all of those talks, in some way are eye-opening or inspirational, or they do something that shifts your perspective as a person, but also helps shift perspective in the way you think about your business and taking ideas from it as well.
Have you got any kind of top tips or networking wisdom you want to share?
Probably the most important thing to go into it is not to think of the networking events as a traditional networking environment. If you go in with genuinely keeping your ears open and actually listening to people and having genuine conversations as though you're interested in those people, rather than trying to shoehorn mentions of your company in or what you do in the hope that they might be interested in your business. I think that's probably the best way to go.
Great tip, great message there. Thank you very much, Jody, for your time today.
No problem.
Great to talk to you. So thank you to you for watching. If you'd like to find out more about Brighton Chamber, head to brightonchamber.co.uk, and you can subscribe and follow us on YouTube for more.